I don't care who you are, we all love getting told that we're doing a great job, which is why when Xbox introduced their achievement system back in 2005, I'm glad that Sony followed suit not long after and introduced their own achievement system, the trophies. Trophies are fantastic. They're just these little reminders that we're on the right track and we're doing well as we're playing through the different games that we enjoy. Now, I don't go out of my way to trophy hunt, but if I find that the trophy set is achievable for my skill level, then I might go for it. And over time, I've got many, many trophies. And one thing about the trophies is that once you've got every single trophy in a set, normally there's one final trophy to get, the Platinum Trophy. Now, over the last 11 years that I've been collecting trophies, I've managed to get myself 20 Platinum Trophies, which I know is nothing compared to a lot of players out there. But for me, that's something I'm proud of. That's shown that I've committed to a game and I've worked hard to try and get that Platinum Trophy. And that's what this video is all about, celebrating that hard work and showing you the Platinum Trophies that I've got over my time playing games on PlayStation.
We are playing along with the joke, you know. Yes, I got it! I got it! I got the fucking platinum!
Starting off with the very first platinum I ever got was for WWE SmackDown vs Raw 2010. Now, I didn't get my PlayStation 3 until the end of 2010, just a couple of days before SmackDown vs Raw 2011 came out, and I wanted to sit there and play the game for as long as possible and see just how many trophies I can get before the new game came out. That's right, I sat there for nearly 24 hours just trying to see how many trophies I could unlock in that game. I managed to get the platinum eventually on the 27th of October 2010 at 9:06 PM, and I started on the very same day, the 22nd of October 2010 at 2:16 AM. Now, the trophies themselves were pretty typical wrestling related trophies. You had things like complete the Road to WrestleMania mode for the different wrestlers that it was available for at the time. The creator modes, for example, create a wrestler, create an arena, create an original story and things like that. Win matches in very specific methods, for example pinning your opponent and making them submit, and winning and defend championships. Moving on to the second platinum I ever got, SmackDown vs Raw 2011. Just like the previous entry into the series, the trophies ranged from winning in certain conditions, creating things such as wrestlers and arenas and championships, to winning championships and defending championships. The trophy was earned on the 27th of November 2010 after starting on the 29th of October 2010. The one trophy I remember being the most difficult and challenging from this trophy set was winning online Royal Rumble, and yes, it's just as hard as it sounds, it's just as nightmare inducing as it sounds. However, it's something I managed to do and accomplish, and it's something that I still take with great pride as a trophy that I actually earned. Moving on to the third platinum I ever earned, Legends of WrestleMania. With only 20 trophies in this set, it wasn't too difficult an accomplishment to actually get. I managed to get the Platinum Trophy on the 19th of April 2011 after starting on the 19th of January 2011, so it took exactly 3 months for me to get that trophy. Again, a lot of these are based around creating a legend and winning matches in various ways. However, one of the new modes in the game that they really wanted to promote was Legend Killer mode, and there were plenty of trophies based around that. And overall, it wasn't too difficult of an accomplishment to actually get the platinum for Legends of WrestleMania. It's actually one of the easiest platinums I've actually got over my time of collecting trophies. But not the easiest, and I'll get to those in a bit. Moving on to the fourth platinum trophy I ever got, and the last wrestling related platinum trophy I would ever get, WWE 12. It was after this they started implementing the online trophies, and since online was never a great mode in wrestling games, that's really when I stopped trying to platinum them. So WWE 13 onwards, I haven't platinumed a wrestling game ever since. However, back in WWE 12, it wasn't too bad. There were 50 trophies overall to get, which is the highest total so far, but overall very accomplishable. I managed to get the Platinum Trophy on the 19th of December 2011 after starting on the 25th of November 2011, so it took just under 3 weeks in order for me to get that trophy. Again, it's just like your last couple of wrestling games, you know, win by various methods, create things such as a wrestler, create a story, create a logo, and things like that. Overall, the worst trophy though is the Thank You Edge trophy, which involves winning as Edge 37 times in one play session. I already hate trophies that ask you to do things in one play session, but to win 37 matches as Edge was just a little bit too much for me. But I did it and I got the Platinum Trophy, and WWE 12 still stands today as the most recent wrestling related Platinum Trophy I've ever got. Moving on to the fifth Platinum I ever earned, we have Tekken 6, which was earned on the 4th of March 2011 after starting on the 23rd of February 2011. So it did take just over a year for me to get the Platinum Trophy for this game. A lot of these are based around completing the scenario mode, so going through the different levels and things like that. For example, It's All Coming Back to Me, recover your memories in the scenario mode, things like that. The campaign is based around Lars Alexanderson and Alyssa Boskanovich, who are trying to basically find out why Alyssa was created. If memory serves me correct, I haven't played the game in a while. I remember Nightmare Train being the worst one, because you have to play as Devil Jin, and it just took so long for me to get that trophy. It's the most difficult trophy in the game, and it's definitely one that I think was the biggest hurdle when it comes to getting the Platinum for this game. It's typical fighting game based mechanics as well, so a lot of the trophies will involve doing different combos, breaking stages with different combos and things like that, doing 10-hit combos. But overall, nothing too challenging. As someone like me who really enjoys Tekken games, and I'm quite good at them, if I do say so myself. Up next we have Doctor Who The Eternity Clock, which was earned on the 1st of June 2012 after starting on the 30th of May 2012. So it took literally about 2 days for me to get the Platinum for this one. It's really simplistic stuff. The story was very short, and most of the trophies involve going through the different levels of the campaign of the game, so you get a trophy for every time you complete a level, but also there's trophies for collecting things along the way. So it did involve several playthroughs, as I'll go through in a minute, because collecting every single object was going to be very difficult with some of the other trophies involved. So it is a game I had to complete several times over the course of that 2 days, which goes to show how short the story actually was. But there's other trophies as well. For example, escaping Storm Cage in under 8 minutes. There's another trophy for escaping it without being detected. There's also a trophy for beating the entire game in less than 300 minutes as well, which really exemplifies just how short this game actually was. And things like beat the Cyber Factory and escape Victoria in London in less than 20 minutes, obviously that was each. So this game itself wasn't too challenging. It was a typical sort of licensed puzzle game. It wasn't too long, and the Platinum itself was got in about 2 days, so very easy Platinum for me to get. Up next we have Back to the Future the game, another time travelling game, this time telling an alternative version of Back to the Future. The trophies themselves weren't too difficult. It mainly involved completing the story and doing different side quests, as well as trying to find things. For example, finding the creators of Back to the Future's names hidden somewhere in the stage. There's also different sort of trophies you can get throughout the game. For example, taking the fewest trips back to Doc's lab in the first mission, and things like that. Overall, it's your typical sort of conversational game, so a lot of the trophies will involve getting characters to say certain things and trying to lead you to certain answers, and trying to complete tasks without making any mistakes and things like that. So again, overall not a very difficult Platinum trophy to get. I managed to get it on the 29th of March 2013 after starting on the 27th of March 2013, so over a 2-day period, again another trophy I managed to get, and also a relatively enjoyable game as well, so there's a lot to be said about that. Up next, Platinum number 8, we have Far Cry 3, which is a Platinum I managed to get on the 20th of April 2013 after starting on the 8th of January 2013, so it took about 3 months for me to get the Platinum, and with the amount of content involved in this game, that's pretty quick actually, to say that this was such a massive open world game at the time. A lot of them are story based, for example trying to complete certain missions. There's a trophy for killing Boss and a trophy for killing Hoyt. Yeah, out of those 2 bosses, one of them was the main boss, the other one was not the main boss, but we'll see which one you guys remember the most. There's things like liberate the outposts, manage to liberate an outpost without being detected. That one I remember taking a couple of attempts, because even the slightest mistake will alert the guards, and then you'll have to start it again. Probably my most proud moment of getting the trophies from this game, I'd actually resolved to not actually getting the Platinum for this one, because one of the trophies just seemed too hard to get, because it said that you have to kill an enemy with a bow over 300 meters away. So I'd resolved to never getting that one. But at one point I was standing on top of a cliff and I decided to shoot a bow down the cliff for no reason, just thought I'll do that, and I ended up shooting an enemy right through the top of the head, all the way down to the bottom of the cliff. So I managed to get the trophy that way, and that's when I got the Platinum as well, not long after. So that's probably my proudest trophy I've got. And also as well, a lot of the trophies involve collecting things, for example memory cards, relics and letters and things like that. My 9th Platinum trophy I ever received was Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which was earned on the 4th of July 2013 after starting on the 14th of September 2012. So it took just under a year for me to get that Platinum trophy. Again, just like with Tekken 6, a lot of these were very sort of fighting game based. Now there was no campaign in Tekken Tag Tournament 2, so those trophies weren't really factors, but there were still 50 trophies to get. You had things like perform a 10-hit combo, perform 3 10-hit combos, earn first Dan in online, which was very difficult. If you don't know what that means, basically you rank up every time you have a ranked match, which pop up randomly as you're doing online fights. So you do online fights, and eventually you'll have a promotion opportunity, and if you win that, you rank up. And then first Dan is kind of prestiged a couple of times, and then hitting the maximum level. So if you play Tekken, you'll know just how many times you have to rank up to hit first Dan, but you've basically got to do that online. So that was a trophy I never thought I'd actually get, but it's a trophy I'm quite proud of getting in the end. The 10th Platinum trophy I ever received was for Infamous Second Son. This was the very first Platinum trophy I ever received while moving over to the PS4. The other ones before this were on PS3. So this is the first one I got on PS4. It was earned on the 26th of August 2014 after starting on the 5th of July 2014. So it took just over a month for me to get the Platinum trophy for this. Most of these are sort of story based, for example finishing certain missions. One of them was finish the story mode on Expert, which I can't remember just how difficult that was, but it doesn't sound too easy. But that's one of the trophies on there. There's also room for playing through the campaign at least twice, because there's a trophy for completing it with good karma, there's a trophy for completing it with bad karma. So defeat various enemy types, and you've got the good karma enemies and the bad karma enemies, so that also involves a second playthrough as well. Red trophies are for bad karma, and the blue trophies are for good. Platinum number 11 was Watch Dogs, which was earned on the 26th of August 2014, and after starting on the 27th of May 2014. That's right, I platinumed Infamous Second Son and Watch Dogs, both of them on the same day, the 26th of August 2014. Most of them are story based, including finishing sort of different levels in the story, defeating certain enemy types, perform various skills in the game, and completing different tasks. There was overall about 40 trophies in Watch Dogs, so it wasn't too difficult. It took me a couple of months, but eventually I managed to get the Platinum trophy. Platinum number 12 is an underrated cult classic, Grim Fandango Remastered. I was so excited when they re-released this game, and the trophy set did not disappoint. I managed to get the Platinum trophy on the 1st of February 2015 after starting on the 28th of January 2015, so it didn't take too long. But the trophies themselves, once you just play through the game, you're going to get all the trophies anyway, because most of the trophies involve getting characters to say different things, and the trophy icons generally revolve around the different characters speaking with the exact quote, which is a nice little addition to the game as well. So as long as you take the time to look around everywhere, speak to everyone, it's an easy platinum to get. For example, trying to get the worker bees to chant and chanting with them, so they start chanting your name. Trying to get Eva to open up about what she did while she was alive. But I'm just gonna say, I did have to do a second playthrough to get the platinum, because I was dreading the very first trophy in the set. Tank controls. Bloody tank controls. I know that's how the game was originally released back in 1997, but this remaster was released in 2015. Why did they need to include tank controls? Oh my god. They even kind of apologise for that trophy in the trophy description. They say, complete the game with tank controls, and then they say something along the lines of, sorry, Tim made us do this one. So, yeah, there's that one. Moving on to Platinum number 13, we've got Rocket League, which was earned on the 4th of August 2015 after starting on the 22nd of July 2015. Now I am talking the base set of trophies on Rocket League. There's also the DLC trophies as well, which some of them I've got 100% for, some of them I haven't, but none of them factor in towards the Platinum anyway, because the Platinum was out before any of those DLC trophies were anyway. So I haven't got 100% of the trophies in Rocket League, but I've got enough to get the Platinum trophy, and that's what this is about. If I was doing a video just on 100%, then I would also include things like Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy, The Duelist, and Far Cry Blood Dragon as well, which I have got 100% of the trophies for, but unfortunately neither of them have got Platinums, so none of them are going to factor in to this count. Some of them are really easy trophies. For example, score your first goal, win a championship season, which is against the AI, so it's not too difficult. But some of them are kind of ridiculous. For example, bounce an enemy into the ball, which will then bounce the ball into a goal, which doesn't sound too hard, but when you think about the fact that most of the time you'll be doing this online with other players that are moving around, you got to sort of aim it right to hit the enemy and the ball, which can be a bit difficult. 36 trophies overall makes Rocket League really not too hard of a game to platinum, as long as you can get around these sort of finicky little trophies. Platinum number 15 is Life is Strange, and for a game with 61 trophies, it's actually the easiest platinum I've got at this point, because all of the trophies involve literally just playing the story. You get a trophy after every single level, and there's also these optional photographs as well, which as long as you sit there during each level and take the time to have a look around, you will find every optional photograph. Life is Strange was a very, very interesting game. I managed to get the platinum on the 23rd of October 2015 after starting on the 18th of February 2015. Platinum number 15 is Life is Strange Before the Storm, which acts as a kind of prequel for Life is Strange. And again, just like the previous entry, there's only 35 trophies this time. It's just as easy as the last game to actually get the platinum for. As long as you're finishing all those story missions and you're taking the time to have a look around and do the optional graffiti, you're going to get the platinum trophy for it. Moving into platinum number 16, we've got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which was earned on the 25th of February 2020 after starting on the 17th of January 2020. Most of these are what you'd expect from a Dragon Ball Z game. Most of them are story based, so things like complete the Saiyan Saga, complete the Frieza Saga, complete the Cell Saga and the Buu Saga. Things that we're already familiar with and would expect from a Dragon Ball Z game that retells the story of Dragon Ball Z, as well as a trophy for beating the secret post game versus Mira and Toa. You got the sub stories as well. You got trophies for completing those. You don't have to complete specific ones, but it's kind of like a tally. So complete a sub story, complete 10 sub stories and things like that. There's trophies for cooking, obviously, because cooking is like a big mechanic that they kind of promoted. You can catch your own food and cook it. So cook yourself a meal, cook yourself a 5-star meal and things like that. And then you got your very typical Dragon Ball Z trophies. For example, complete training challenges, summon Shenron 5 times. It's actually quite an easy platinum to get with 42 trophies to get. So as long as you are actually completing the story, having a look around, exploring, it's not too hard of a trophy to get. Platinum number 17 is Astros Playroom, which was earned on the 20th of November 2020 after starting on the 19th of November 2020. So it literally took about 1 day for me to get the platinum for it. And to be honest, it wasn't even like it was that many hours put in each play session, but there's not really that many trophies involved to get. There's 43 overall, but they're all things like complete the different levels and complete all the collectibles and things like that. The most fun section of trophies is play with the different things in the Labo section. For example, climb onto a PlayStation Move controller, or open up a PlayStation 1, or hit the PlayStation logo on a PS2, pick up the trophies in PlayStation Labo, go inside the PlayStation Home logo and things like that. So there's a lot of fun trophies in there, as well as some annoying ones. For example, deflect the green spitter's attack. But overall, there's a lot of fun to be had collecting the trophies in Astros Playroom. It even has a subsection as well of trophies that don't really impact your platinum. However, I have got 100% of those as well. Those involve generally the time trials and things like that. Platinum number 18, we have Bug Snacks, which was earned on the 7th of December 2020 after starting on the 2nd of December 2020. So it took about 5 days for me to platinum this game. I was having a lot of fun in the meantime, just exploring and having a look around. Most of these are story based, and also interviewing the different Grumpuses, which you'll do throughout the story anyway. Build different variations of Grumpus using the Bug Snacks. There's a trophy called Sunday Best, which involves transforming a Grumpus with a Scoopy, a Banoppa and a Cheery, literally to make him into a Sunday. Things like defeat the legendary Bug Snacks as well, which you'd expect to be trophies, and things like that. Overall, not too hard of a platinum to get, especially with only 28 trophies. It's not too difficult of a platinum to get at all, but it was definitely a lot of fun to get it. Moving on to platinum number 19, we are almost done. One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows. It was a platinum that I earned on the 24th of December 2020 after starting on the 10th of March 2020. Most of the trophies were got around March and April 2020. Most of them are sort of story based, completing side missions, getting collectibles and ranking up and things like that. There's an annoying one, reaches the maximum rank for every single battle type. However, I think the max level for each battle type was only about 5, but there's still a lot of experience in order to get to that point. The reason why it took so long for me to get the platinum, however, is two very specific trophies. Trophies that involve a hell of a lot of grinding, and not really much else. Reach the maximum rank, which is rank 99. Keep in mind, when I finished the story and most of the side quests, I was rank 30. So, after finishing the story and most of the side quests, I still had to rank up 70 times. Well, 69 times, in order to get to that maximum rank. There's also Reach S rank hero as well, which was really difficult considering the fact that I was a B rank by the time I finished the story. So while these two trophies weren't difficult to get, there was a lot of grinding and not much else involved, which is why I put it off for so long. I ended up literally cheesing it by, I found one mission that paid out a lot of experience, so I just sort of replayed that one, literally for about 2 weeks in order to get the platinum trophy for this one. Moving on to platinum number 20, my most recent platinum, Rainbow Six Siege. This trophy was earned on the 18th of March 2021, so literally less than a week before the production of this video, after starting on the 3rd of May 2019. So it took just under 2 years for me to get that platinum trophy. And the thing about this game's platinum is there's a lot of, it's all online, so they're all online trophies, which I hate anyway. But there's things like reach clearance level 50, which isn't too bad. Kill enemies in certain ways. Now the thing about these trophies is it was getting more and more difficult to get these trophies as the player base became more accustomed to the games. You'll find these days that it's a lot harder to platinum this game than it was when I first started doing it. There's trophies for killing an enemy while they're trapped in barbed wire. These days most people don't fall for barbed wire in Rainbow Six. So you're going to be very hard pushed to try and find an enemy trapped in barbed wire in the first place. So I managed to get that trophy about 2 years ago when people were still falling for that. Things like killing an enemy caught in a welcome mat is something still relatively easy to get. A lot of people do get trapped in those, but you just have to be playing as Frost in order to get them. Things like breach through. There's also typical things as well that are really easy to get that most people do. Jump through a window while rappelling. Most people will do that. Use thermite charge to break through a reinforced wall. Most people do that. There's trophies for reinforcing a wall so many times. Most people do that anyway. So a lot of these are ones that you'll get, but then there's other things as well, like wrong number, kill 10 enemies with a nitro cell. Most people don't use nitro cells. I had to go out of my way in order to get that one. But the most annoying trophy, the one that held this off for so long, is called Meat Wall. Kill an enemy while reaching through a wall. I tried so many ways to get this trophy. Down an enemy, plant a breach cell on the floor, and detonate it. Nothing was working. Eventually I'd given up. I said, you know what, if it happens, it happens. I'm not going to try and get this trophy. While playing the game a few weeks ago with my friends, I was just randomly talking to them, placed a breach charge on the wall, thought I'll just breach through this wall and I will kill whoever's inside by shooting them. As soon as I breached it, I realised they were right by the wall. Managed to get the platinum trophy without even realising it. So there's a lot of trophies in this game that are really easy to get, a lot of them are really hard to get, and it's one of those games that it all depends on who you're playing against. So I can't really recommend you go for this platinum, and I can't recommend you don't go for it, because if you're playing with people who are relatively new to the game, it'll be a lot easier to, for example, kill them while they're trapped in barbed wire. One trophy as well that I'm really proud of getting is win 5 times in ranked without losing a single round. So what does the future hold for me when it comes to getting platinum trophies? Well, I'm working towards Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution, which I'm currently live streaming on Twitch. I managed to get through the first 4 sections of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Story, and I'm going to be moving on to section 5 on Twitch very soon. Head on over to twitch.tv/GemToThunder in order to follow me and find out when I'm going to be streaming that in the future. So that's probably going to be a platinum that I add in the future. There's also all other games that I'm playing through at the moment, so hopefully I can add more platinums to this game, and hopefully I can make a follow-up video to this once I've got a few more platinums. Don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what platinum games you've got. Maybe you've got a lot more than 20, maybe you've got a lot less. That's absolutely fine. I want to hear your stories of getting the different platinums that you've got over your time playing games. I've been James the Thunder, and I'll see you next time.